it's Danielle,
And Trisha.
And Ashley.
and welcome to our book club book of the month video. Just like last month, we did not have a time when we could get together in person to talk about this book, but we managed to come together virtually to discuss our book club book of the month, In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. This is a special book of the month video because we decided as a book club that for each of our birthday months, we would get to decide what book we read. And it's my birthday month. My birthday's literally in a week. I'm so excited. And so I picked In the Lives of Puppets. This was my book of the summer last year. I loved diving back into this world, and I cannot wait to hear the girlies' thoughts. We are going to start it off with just some overall thoughts, but yours truly has to be all teachery about it. And I do have some questions that I'm going to pull up on my phone to ask y'all some specifics. So let's start with overall. Did you like the book? Did you hate the book? And what would your rating be? Trisha?
Can we do spoilerly details?
Oh yeah.
Yes, if you have not
Yes.
read the book, this is going to be a spoiler video, so please click off.
Bye.
Bye! Click off if you don't want to be spoiled, or if you don't really care. Yes, there will be spoilers throughout. Go ahead.
So overall, I really liked the book. It was a fun twist of Pinocchio, like Danielle said it was going to be. And it gave me a lot of Matrix vibes,
Hmm.
specifically the third one. I think the third one's the one where he talks to the like face and like
Oh, mm-hmm.
protects the humans from
Yep.
the machines. I got a lot of those vibes from In the Lives of Puppets when they went into the Electric City, the City of Dreams.
The City of Electric Dreams, I believe.
Electric
That's
City,
close.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Whatever it was called.
It gave me like really strong Matrix vibes, and
Hmm.
that's a trilogy that I really liked when I was younger, so I enjoyed that for sure.
Ashley.
Um, 50-50.
Blasphemy!
Um, just the beginning of it was quite slow,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt like I don't know, I wanted more for how big the book was. I feel like there should have been more, but the first part was I understand the first part. It had to be the whole setup of the story.
Yeah.
So that was fine. The middle part was just them going to the city though.
There was a
Mm.
lot of that.
I wanted more. So yeah, I just didn't like the fact that they got kidnapped and then
Hmm.
it was just on the way to the city. And it's like, okay, it's like why couldn't it have been like something else that happened or more adventure or maybe they met someone who could get them in better than sneaking them into crates.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Understandable.
the last part was really good. I did enjoy it, and I liked how they got oh, what was the dad's name?
Geo.
Giovanni?
Yeah, there you go.
Gio Giovanni.
I was like, it's not Arthur. Well, I don't know why
No,
Arthur.
That's a different TJ Klune book.
that's a different one.
And yeah. So I did like that they got him back and that he started to remember and like
Hmm.
become the father again. And I mean, I know he would have his glitches,
Hmm.
but I did like that he came back and he got his father back. And also, he fell in love with a robot, the main guy.
Yeah.
That I was kind of like, okay, okay, I guess, yeah, sure, sure.
I also found that part to be interesting. I think it would have been weirder to me if he wasn't asexual because there are different kinds of loves, and I
Hmm.
really appreciated that this book really did express the different types of loves. So
Yeah.
as much as Hap and Vic kissed, like that's as
Hmm.
far as it went. I am assuming that's as far as it will ever go because Vic is asexual.
Yeah.
So it was a nice nod to the understanding that asexual people can still want intimacy, and a kiss is a small form of intimacy, but it doesn't have to lead to anything further.
Yeah.
But I agree,
Mhm.
it being a robot was a choice.
It definitely was. I will say that for me, I found this book at a time when I had really been out of reading for a long time. And for me, it was
Mhm.
like a gateway into this fantasy world. And I do think it's interesting that you compared it to The Matrix, Trish, because those are the types of movies that, like, you know, the action is coming, but they make you think a lot about the world that you know and the world that we could have eventually. And I think this is a huge commentary on where machines really live in our current world and like the Matrix, but also like the Terminator, where machines could be as of importance in our world.
Mhm.
Overall star ratings, what would you have give what would did you give it? What talk.
Currently, I'm sitting at a 4.
Ashley?
3.
Blasphemy!
She
I'm
made it very
sorry.
clear that would be her rating.
I know.
Sorry.
It's fine. We'll talk about it later.
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
No, honestly, I could see how also the story of Pinocchio is not one that I have seen a lot of retellings of. And I found it interesting where the aspects of Pinocchio came in. Like the Blue Fairy. What was your thoughts on the Blue Fairy?
That was pretty cool.
Hmm.
I enjoyed that it was an androgynous being. That was cool to
Hmm.
me.
Hmm.
Um, I really liked that in the room the blue fairy gives them, you get the donkey ears, which is a nod towards
Yeah.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Yes. When I read that, I was like, oh, it is Pinocchio. It's interesting because that's not a story that you see. So it is interesting. Now,
Hmm.
going back to Vic and Hap and all that robots, we need to dive into some of these characters. What were your feelings about Rambo and Nurse Ratched? Let's start with
Nurse
Love,
Rambo.
Ratchet was amazing.
Oh
love,
my
love,
God.
love. Love, love, love,
I
love,
the masturbation talk.
I love them so much.
She is so blunt and he is such a neurotic, anxious person
He
that
reminded me of a chihuahua.
oh my God,
love.
yes.
He reminded me of Stitch.
Yeah, like just her bluntness was like insane. Like laugh out loud, so many moments. I loved when he popped his penis out.
I
If you don't know what we're talking about and you're like, these people are crazy, please go read the book.
know. It'll make
Yes.
sense, I
It'll
promise.
make sense. And then we have, so obviously we have Rambo and Nurse Ratched are these robots. They have been rescued and rebuilt and reborn by Geo and Vic. Geo and Vic, what do we think? That father-son relationship.
It was cute.
I liked how complex it was because you're told one story at the beginning,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and it makes you feel a certain type of way, thinking that Vic's parents dropped him off and hoped to come get back and find him and rescue
Hmm.
him and like be a happy family. And then a little over halfway through, I think you find out like the real story, and it makes you
Mhm.
feel a different type of way.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know if you guys know much about eugenics or what it is even, but it's basically like test tube babies, creating the
Okay.
perfect fetus, the offspring that you want, and if it's not perfect, you get
Mhm.
rid of them kind of thing. It kind of, the real story of Vic's creation gave me those feelings a little bit, but not as far as eugenics goes,
Mhm.
just insofar as there was this egg that was kept alive and it was brought to fruition in like a test tube.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. I also like the fact that Geo had this whole other life where he essentially programmed these human killer robots.
Mhm.
I felt like was a decent reveal. Did you see that coming? Was that like the grand reveal that it was supposed to be for you guys?
I saw it coming because he recognized Hap. And he's like,
Hmm.
I know you. Like,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I was like, oh, like he probably like built these people, and that's how he knows them.
Yeah. I don't know. At the time, I thought it was like when I first read it, I thought it was like this big grand reveal. But then when I was rereading it, I was like, oh, okay. And I mean, that happens with rereads. Like you see the hints and the clues that you didn't originally see. Because especially TJ Klune, like Ash said, these are very large books. Like a lot of TJ Klune's books, I mean, not compared to something like, is that what your face is for? Yeah.
Yeah, Priory of the Orange Tree, which is like 800 pages.
Yeah, not compared to something like that, but still, they are pretty on the hefty side that it's like he throws a lot at you. Ash's like, it's not that big, Danielle.
No, it is big because like the chapters are long.
Yeah, the chapters are
They're long
long,
chapters.
They're
but
not short.
you're trying to get through like a lot in
Hmm.
one chapter, and then a lot is thrown at you. And I feel like TJ Klune does that. I don't know. I just love TJ Klune as an author, and this is book three that we have read
Together.
together, all of us.
Yeah,
Well,
but all
all of us.
together four because we all read The House on the Cerulean Sea, but at different times.
Yeah.
But this is
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
we
The House in the
it's
Cerulean Sea would
three.
be three. Because we've got House in the
Yeah,
Cerulean
oh, three.
Sea,
Sorry. Yeah,
Somewhere
sorry.
Yeah,
Beyond the Sea,
I'm
and then
sorry.
this one.
somewhere beyond the sea and in the lives of puppets.
Yeah, I'm sorry because I'm looking at my pile and I have four of his books.
I have four. I have Under the Whispering Door.
Same. Yeah, that's the book I have, and I was like, no,
Yeah,
we read that. No, I read that.
which I have not read, but I am excited to. Also, TJ Klune has another one coming out next year.
Oh,
I'm excited for it.
I
So,
have a very stupid thing to admit to. I
what?
was about three chapters in and I realized this was not a middle grade book. I don't know why I thought it was a middle grade book, but I thought it was a middle grade book.
No,
No, it's
you
not.
can't.
It's
Also,
not.
did you realize that Rambo is a Roomba?
Yeah,
yeah, that's how I pictured him.
I
the
know. I
entire
just like
time.
picture with his little
Just with
pincer.
arms.
Pinches, yeah.
And I love when Nurse Ratchet engages her empathy protocol and then she's like,
There.
there, good boy.
Have a lollipop.
Yeah, my favorite part was when she's like, dispensing lollipops. Error. Lollipops are out. Victor, we really need to fix that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was good. It was good. It was it those two, like ugh, I could talk forever about Rambo and Nurse Ratchet. Like they are so good. So the ending, are you satisfied with it? Are like if you do you feel because when we read The House in the Cerulean Sea, like we wanted that sequel. We wanted to see more of these characters. Do you want a sequel from this book? Would you want to see this book on on the big screen, on the TV? What are you feeling?
So, speaking of The House on the Cerulean Sea and wanting a sequel, I will point out on page 257, uh, Victor closed his eyes and leaned his head against a picture of a family at a picnic. The strange, ominous legend underneath reading, "See something, say something." So, this happens in the same world.
Well, it
Yes. Which doesn't make sense to me if it happens in the same world because machines aren't as prevalent in those books.
But you don't know how many years it's been.
True.
could have been
True.
It's
before.
page
Yeah,
257.
57, 50. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually
I loved that shout out. And it could be just like a little hidden Easter egg, but I'm choosing to believe that this is like centuries down the line and it's in the same world, and
Mhm.
that the magical people aren't actually gone. They're just protected somewhere like Marisai,
Ooh.
where the robots don't know they exist, but there are still safe pockets of humans.
Marcius, you
Thank
meant.
you. I knew I was saying it wrong.
I think originally when I read this, so I read this before I read House in the Cerulean Sea.
Mhm.
I think I took it as like talking about if you see gay people, say something. I
Mm.
took it as like that. However, again, if you have not read TJ Klune's books, you have no idea what we're talking about. In that one, see something, say something is a comment on magical people, magical creatures. That I think is a, if that is what his intention was, is a wonderful nod to his other books. Also, was this one written first? I can't remember. Was this written before?
I don't
House on
know.
the Cerulean Sea was,
Okay,
yeah. And the
so
Lives
that
of
makes
Puppets,
sense.
the Lives of Puppet was written, I think, third, because he wrote The House on the Cerulean Sea first, Under the Whispering Door, and then that one. I think. I
Let's
can't really look it up at the moment.
Yeah. Uh, my
one
Cerulean Sea is too
second.
far away.
Okay. House in the Cerulean Sea was 2020.
This is 2024. So yes.
And then what was the other one? The
Oh, he's
Whispering
Under
Door?
frothing.
the Whispering
He's
Door.
frothing. Say hi to them.
Hi! In the Under the Whispering Door was 21. In the Lives of Puppets was 23.
Yeah,
And then Somewhere Beyond the Sea was 24. So
yeah.
we
Yeah.
had House in the Cerulean Sea, Whispering Door, In the Lives of Puppets, Somewhere Beyond the Sea.
And I read all of those.
Yay! I have not.
And he has, so I have not read Under the Whispering Door, which is on my TBR and has been for the past 3 months.
It's
He
pretty good.
also has Bones Beneath My Skin, which I have not acquired, that
Hmm.
I want to acquire. And he also has another series called Wolf Song.
He has a
Yes,
lot of books.
yes.
He
He
does.
has Wolf. Yeah, Wolf Song. I've seen.
Which Wolf Song apparently is a whole other vibe.
Yeah, I
Really
believe that
fun.
that's a middle grade book too.
I think so. I think
I
so.
wouldn't know. I
Yeah,
apparently
apparently
can't tell
Trisha
the
doesn't know what a
difference.
middle grade book is. So I think that there is a lot that we could dive into as far as like the underlying themes of the book. However, overall, I found it a very fun read. And I know there's a lot of commentary on like found family, and there's like when like people are exploring their sexuality. For me, it was just I focused on the theme of the found family. I found that like a really big part of it.
Hmm.
Same thoughts? What's y'all's deeper emotional vibes?
Um, you see, I'm a sociopath, therefore I feel nothing. Engaging empathy protocol. Aw, there.
Trisha
I
is
love
Nurse
them.
Ratched.
I love them.
I don't know. I don't have really any.
Strong
I'm
feelings.
Miss Ratchet too.
No, I loved it. I loved the found family aspect because you got to see like different personalities and like the old adage, blood is thicker than water, is always
Mhm.
misinterpreted because it's
Hmm.
actually the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, which means your
Hmm.
found family is actually a closer bond than those you're born to. And
Yeah.
there are books like this that really makes that feel powerful.
Yeah. Honestly, like with his books, I find them that you could go so deep and like explore those themes, but they're also just fun reads that like I laugh out loud all the time. I find them really fun. I find them like they're not the fastest read that I've ever read. Like we said, like they're pretty thick. They're thick. But yeah, they're enjoyable, honestly. final thoughts.
It was good.
Ashley, somebody?
It was good. I would recommend it to people, but me being me
Yeah.
and not liking long chapters and slow beginnings,
Mm,
it's not for me, but I would keep on reading his books because they are
yeah.
there is some parts that are enjoyable. Like I said, I did enjoy the ending of it.
Hmm.
The sorry, the third part. That's what I should
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the third part and the fourth. So yeah, I mean my final thoughts is go and read it and keep on reading his books because they are great. Like I loved House on the Cerulean Sea.
Yeah.
And
Honestly, and his books are so different from each other.
and like Under the Whispering Door too. Again, my brother mentioned made me read it.
Hmm.
I thought the beginning was so boring and slow, but then by the end it was amazing.
Hmm.
So that's how I felt about this book.
Trish?
I definitely liked it a little bit more than Ash. I would absolutely agree. Like, read it. I am definitely more the kind of reader that likes to go deep into the nitty-gritty. I'm sure you guys
Hmm.
have been able to tell by watching this far, but like, I like to go and see how things relate, like how it is a Pinocchio retelling, that
Yeah.
it isn't a son this time. It's an android that's made to look like a puppet because he's got wood, and now it's
Hmm.
Hap and it's the what is it? Something angry puppet.
Oh,
Hysterical.
hysterical.
Hysterically angry puppet. Thank you. And like those things, and that's how the puppetness ties in
Hmm.
because he
Mhm.
looks like one. They protect, they like tease him about it, kind of thing. All the
Yeah.
little nods here and there. I enjoy seeing those things, and I find that with TJ Klune, there are a lot of those interspersed if you know what you're looking for.
Hmm.
So
Mhm.
to me, that's what makes this like really enjoyable read. What about you, Danielle?
Uh, loved. Loved. I loved it when I first read it. I loved it when I read it again. Honestly, he is probably since I was in high school have not found an author that like I literally would keep reading their books over and over and over again. And he is one author that like it'll be on every Christmas list, it'll be on every birthday list. It'll be like, give me all his books. Are you listening over there, you? Talking to you. Yep. He gave me a thumbs up. Josh will be buying me all these books. Um, he like I said, this is the book that made me fall in love with reading again and made me fall in love with like fantasy and just not your cookie cutter typical romance blech books. And yeah, I will forever say this is a 5 star. I will say I will do not think that I need a sequel to this. I was very happy to get a sequel to House in the Cerulean Sea. Um, but I don't think I think this was beautiful as it is. Don't touch
I
it.
agree.
Don't touch my
I
book.
enjoyed the
So
ending of this one.
is
Yeah,
TJ Klune your favorite author then?
probably. Probably. I think he's become my favorite author. That's what I would say.
I love
But
that for
yeah.
you.
So keep it on your shelves or unhaul it. Ashley,
Keep it on my shelf.
Trisha,
I'm gonna keep it on my shelves. What are you, crazy?
keep it forever, babe. I will keep it. All right, y'all. So those were our thoughts on In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. Please let us know down below in the comments what you thought if you have read this book. If you have not read any TJ Klune, like what are you doing? Immediately go to chapters now, purchase all of his books. Definitely give them a try. We would highly, highly recommend, especially House in the Cerulean Sea. We loved that book, and In the Lives of Puppets, and Somewhere Beyond the Sea. Definitely go and check them out. They are worth the read, in our opinion. We hope you have had a wonderful time watching us. Happy reading as always. Make sure to give us a follow, a like. We have all other social media. We have Instagram, we have TikTok. Head on over there to see our faces, see behind the scenes, see some bloopers. And as always, we will catch you in the next one. Bye.